I'm Diana Upton-Hill.
And I'm Erica Good.
And you are watching Dutch Country Kitchen. Erica, thank you so much for joining me here in my kitchen today.
Yes.
I'm really, really stoked about this episode because we are going to be making one of my favorite dishes in the whole world that I can never say no to. It doesn't even matter what diet I'm on, right? What I'm preparing for. I cannot say no to pizza.
Yes. So good.
Tell me about the special things about this pizza we're making tonight. We're not pulling it out of the freezer, right?
No, we are not. Okay, well the crust is made from scratch. And growing up, my mom made pizza a lot and I made pizza, but I didn't really get good at it until my husband Levi brought this home for me one time.
And so what is this pan? This is very heavy.
It's very heavy. It's a cast iron pizza pan.
Wow.
So baking pizza in it makes the crust crispier, and you can actually serve the dish on the table with this, and it keeps your pizza hot. If you want a second slice, it's just as hot as the first one you got out.
Very nice. I guess if you might go out to some pizza places, you might see them using something like this as the pan. So
that thing is amazing. And then it's going to be a supreme, so we have the veggies here, and then we're also going to be making my husband's favorite drink in the whole world, sweet tea.
Ah, now is it sweet tea or sweet tea? Pardon my terrible Southern accent.
Well, Levi grew up in the South, and when we were dating, he came to visit me, and he's like, do you guys have anything in the house besides water? You know, I could really use some tea right now or whatever. So I got out this huge kettle, put it on the stove, filled it with water, started boiling. He's like, what are you doing? You know,
he was questioning your methods.
That's not how you make tea. So anyhow, he showed me how to do it, and I'll be showing you all today.
Okay, so this is your husband's recipe.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Very good.
And we'll also be doing a fruit salad.
Okay. Very nice.
So let's get started with the dough here. This is water, sugar, and yeast. We mixed it in and let it set for 5 minutes, and it's rised beautifully. Put it in here. And we'll add some sugar, some more water, and the oil. And 1 3/4 cups flour, and spices. This is like salt, oregano, garlic powder. So we'll mix this together, and then once that's mixed, we can add the rest of the flour we need to make it the perfect consistency.
I see. So you separated some amount of flour. I got it.
Yeah. So we'll mix it together. Okay, so the secret to perfect dough recipes is not to add too much flour. You add too much flour and your dough is just when you bake it, it just gets kind of hard and thick. So we're doing the finger test here, and your dough kind of bounces back and it looks great. It's not really sticking to your finger. So this is good. I'm just gonna let it knead now for a couple minutes, and we'll keep going.
And so tell me a little bit about this mixer. Do you have to have a mixer like this when you're making the pizza dough, or can you do this by hand?
No, this is just a lot easier. I grew up mixing it by hand and stuff, and that works perfectly well too.
Okay, it's kind of fun too, right?
Or KitchenAid, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, it's done.
Great.
It's well kneaded now, so we will just put some shortening on my hands and take this out. See, it's very, thank you.
Sure thing.
It's very stretchy and spongy and good to go.
And putting the shortening on your hands ahead of time makes it not stick to your fingers?
Yeah, exactly. This would be a mess. Okay, I'm just going to put some here in the bowl. Put the smooth side up. Pat it down. And it's ready to get covered and rise. It should rise to about double in size. And if you're doing this if you kneaded it by hand and stuff, it might take a little longer to rise, but just need to let it do its work. All right.
Awesome. And so I noticed that you covered this. Is that important?
Yeah, if you don't, the dough will get kind of a hard top to it that's hard to punch down and mix together when you're actually doing your pizza crust. So
okay.
This is ready to go.
Perfect.
And now we'll move on to the sweet tea.
All right. So you mentioned earlier that actually this is your husband Levi's recipe, right? So is sweet tea something that he just is really passionate about? He loves it, or what's going on with that?
When I first got married, I was like, I have all these to-do lists, stuff I want to do, perfectly clean house, meals every night.
We set the bar high as women, don't we?
Yes,
we do.
So anyhow, I was bemoaning to Levi, and he's like, if you just keep sweet tea in the fridge, that's all you need to do. So this thing is actually, I brought it from home, and it's pretty much always in the fridge.
It always has
every
sweet tea
night
in
he
it.
comes home and he gets this goblet with tea.
Well, you better make sure you take this with you tonight. Huh?
Yep. Okay, so I have the tea bag in there. I just need some water now. Do you have some boiling water?
Sure do.
You just need 3 or 4 cups of boiling water to let this steep in. And then you let it set for maybe 20 minutes, and you're good to go. Add the sugar and stuff after that. Okay, I think this is ready to steep for about 15 minutes now.
Okay, perfect.
And we'll add the sugar and stuff.
All right, what's next then?
Let's move on to the fruit salad. This is my Aunt Lorraine's recipe, and it is so good. It's like a fruit dip with fruit in it already.
Oh, wow.
It's delicious.
Oh, wow, that does sound delicious.
Yep.
And I see a few other ingredients here. What are these for?
So this is cream cheese, sour cream, sugar. We mix that together in the vanilla. And then this is brown sugar and pecans, and you just serve this with the fruit when you're ready to serve.
Oh, like a little topping?
Yeah.
Oh, neat, neat.
It's really good. Yeah, you want to let them put it on individually, or the brown sugar will start melting and stuff, and it won't look the greatest.
Now the cream cheese, do you want that to soften ahead of time, or do you want it more solid?
Yeah, you want that softened. So this has been softened. Okay, and then sugar. And vanilla. Okay. Now we'll just mix it together till it's all nice and creamy.
Okay.
And add the fruit. Okay, that's done.
Very good. And do I get to lick the beaters?
Yeah, you can have 2 of them if you want.
Yay! I won today.
Yep. Okay, now would you like to dump in some of the fruit?
Sure thing.
As I fold in the stuff. And as you can see, there's not just a ton of this compared to the fruit, but it's really good with mostly fruit, and it's healthier too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and pour it in there, and I'll kind of fold the dip around it.
All of it?
Great, yep, all of it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you just get a spatula. The spatula won't hurt the berries when it's mixing. Mixing it all together.
Yeah, that's a surprising amount of fruit to,
Yeah.
comparison with the cream, but I see how that works. And
Gives it a nice coating and just the right amount of sweetness.
yeah, that looks great. And what a great pairing with pizza.
Yeah, it's kind of a lighter addition to the
Not
heavier
something you'd
pizza.
first think of, but
All right, this stuff is done.
oh wow, that was really easy.
Yeah, it's quick and fast. Nice cold dessert for summer. And when you go ahead and serve it, you can put this brown sugar pecan mixture on it. You don't want to put it in the bowl with it, or the brown sugar will melt and it won't look very pretty. So
That
yeah,
makes sense.
but this is it just kind of adds a little crunch to your smooth, velvety cream cheese mixture.
Oh,
So,
wonderful. I am very, very excited to try that.
yeah. Okay, so just need to reach in here and get the tea bag out. Let it drain a little bit. Okay, thank you, Diana.
Sure thing.
Okay, then this is raw sugar. It's still sugar, but it has the nutrients in. It hasn't been processed so much as white sugar. So Levi and I switched to this for a healthier alternative. And it takes a little bit more to stir, but it's just fine. And Levi says he can't tell the difference. So.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I think the sugar's all dissolved, so now we just need to add some ice.
Oh, wonderful.
It's good to cool it down as quickly as possible to keep that fresh tea taste in there. You mind to stir that for me?
Sure can.
So,
Great.
okay, then we'll just add some water to make a gallon. Okay, that looks perfect. Let's pour it into a pitcher. And I want some.
Yes. Beautiful.
And there you have it. Some Southern sweet tea.
Oh, I can't wait.
I wonder if our dough isn't ready. Oh, it looks amazing.
Oh, wow.
Perfectly done.
Rising so nicely.
Yeah. So now it's time to punch it down.
Okay,
and
wait,
get ready
wait,
for the pizza.
Punch it down. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's pretty much getting the air bubbles out of the dough.
Okay.
Like the yeast makes the bread dough rise. And
So you just do that right there in the bowl.
punch it down good. Now it's pretty much back to its original size again. And we'll just put some shortening here on the counter. Okay, it's a lot easier than trying to like squish it out onto a whole pizza pan. It's just to roll it out slightly bigger than your pizza pan is. And then when you go to fit it in, it's a lot easier.
I notice you kind of keep alternating directions that
Yeah.
you're rolling. Is that?
If you want to make a circle, that's kind of imperative. Or you'll just end up with a rectangle or something. So you're kind of getting the air bubbles out while you're doing this.
About how big do you want it to get then? Do you want it the same size of the pan or?
A little bit bigger.
A little bigger,
Because when you pick it up, it'll shrink a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we have the oven preheated to 400. It's a little hotter than most temps, but that keeps your pizza getting crisp and rising well and stuff.
Now, are you gonna pick it up and toss it around your head a few times?
I'm not quite that Italian. All right, now this is some oil we're gonna pour in here just to keep the pan nice and smooth.
Okay, so what kind of oil are you using? Just a vegetable oil or?
Well, today I went for a healthier alternative. I just melted coconut oil and poured it in. And you can see there's not just a ton in there, but just enough to keep your pizza dough crispy and stuff.
Okay, great.
So now we're just gonna pick this up and lay it in the pan. And see, it's shrunk pretty much to a perfect size. And then when it bakes, it'll get bigger or whatever.
Okay.
So now we just need some pizza sauce on top.
And I suppose if you want to make your pizza sauce from scratch, you could do that.
Yeah, yep.
What kind are we using today?
This is Mrs. Miller's pizza sauce. It's such a good brand. I love it. And I can just grab it at the store, so our store, so that goes well. Just save some room at the edge for the crust. Okay, and this is more like a pan pizza. It'll be a nice thick crust. Oh, I think our oven's preheated. Great. So we just need to get the stuff in here and we can just put it right in the oven.
Would you like me to do the veggies?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Let me just quick put on this meat and then
sure.
we'll put that on top. This is a sausage and it's really good. I've tried it the other day.
I like that you're not skimping on the ingredients. You know, you're gonna
No,
be
definitely.
This is gonna be a filling pizza. Nice pop of color here.
Yeah. Then after I'm done putting the veggies on, before I put on the cheese and pepperoni and Parmesan, I like to just put it in there and let it bake for a little while. Kind of cook the veggies and stuff, and then I pull it out and add the cheese, and then you can pretty much bake it until the cheese is melted. All right, see this is partially done here, so we'll just add the cheese. Who doesn't love a ton of cheese?
And is this just a mozzarella?
Mm-hmm, yep. Shredded mozzarella.
Yeah, I say the more cheese, the better.
Yes.
It's protein after all. So.
Exactly. Then I like to put the pepperoni on the top so it gets crispy. For years I just kept it under the cheese, and I finally came to the light one day.
Be proud. Proudly display that pepperoni.
Yep. Okay, now we just need to add some Parmesan on top. It just gives it a good final flavor.
Yeah, I oftentimes see Parmesan added after, at the table, but I see you're putting this on before we put it back in the oven. So does it get extra crispy that way, or what's the...
Yeah, just kind of a cheesy flavored pepperoni,
Oh,
it's really good. Okay, so if you'd open the oven door for me.
Absolutely.
Do you think it smells amazing in here?
I really do.
Better try it.
All right. Oh, it looks so good.
All right, so we'll take it out and test it.
I'll get that.
Okay. All right. So the way to tell if this is done or not is to do the fork test. And if you try to get through the cheese and get down to the dough, and if the dough separates easily and you can tell it looks like bread in there, then you know it's done. If you do it and the dough is all gooey, you're like, you had to put it back in again. So, okay,
Do you
let's
think
cut
it's
this.
done then?
Yes, it is
Great.
done.
Wow, when your pizza is thicker than the actual pizza cutter, you know you've got a deep dish.
That's right. Oh, it looks so good. Yes, my husband and kids, everyone loves pizza on cast iron.
Yeah, it looks great, and it looks like one piece of this would be filling enough.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So often you get pizza and you need 2 or 3 slices,
Yeah.
but for this case, one.
Here we are.
Oh, look at that cheese. Isn't that beautiful?
It looks so good.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Erica. I'm going to just take care of all this myself. Well, I can't wait to have this along with the fruit salad and the sweet tea and get all that eaten. So how about you guys out there? Make sure that you go to DutchCountryKitchen.com if you want some more information about the products and ingredients that we used in today's recipe, along with the full recipe and all the other recipes we've been using in all of our segments. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming over.
Yes.
And until next time.
See ya.